Hello, this is Roy Michael Leahy. Talking in regards to Roy Michael Barry of RyBarryCreations.com, The Hook Rest, the Voice television show. He works with various other American companies that I don't have any notion about. Lives in Dublin, Dunboyne, Meath. Has a partner, has another daughter, and I've just got legal advice basically saying that everything I'm putting in my videos, as long as it's true, it's not slander, it's not a form of harassment. So basically, I'm expressing my opinion about what I've gone through and what I shouldn't have gone through, and it's not good enough. And I won't put up with it, and I won't accept when it wasn't my problem. So I've been just instructed, as long as I keep the information I'm saying is actually true. Um, I have no problem, and shouldn't have any restriction putting up my videos, as long as I keep it to the truth of basically what happened through my childhood, and the involvement of my father and other participants in his life, which is true, and they know it's true. So it doesn't matter what they say about it. As I say, just get companies asking why should have been up to me. Why didn't you want to look after his disabled son? He gave a pittance of maintenance. These tries actually go with big money, but as I say, I went through trainers from a young age every 2 weeks, and that was a lot of money. We had to get a taxi every morning. We had to get taxis every evening because of our disability. We had to get taxis to the Levana Centre. We had to get taxis back. We had to go to Dublin for physio. She had to pay for that. We had to pay for special shoes, special needs, which I kind of had. My brother had a lot more. Um, Operations, and I could go on and on. Basically, the cost, and basically, my mum isn't a wealthy woman. She wasn't. She never will be. Even though people try to make out that my father tries to make out that she was, but basically, all her money went into rearing us. All my money went into rearing myself and my brothers, and that's the truth. I could basically say I'm my own fucking father. Sorry for the language. I would just say that at the end of the day, I've done everything for my family, like a father. And he knows that, and they know that, and I've never really acted like a young man. Even though I am a young man, and you know, I've been through a hell of a lot, as a lot of people, not just myself. But as I say, I ended up in hospital, severe depression, which he knew about, just told me get on with it. It's not that simple. I needed support, I had no support. I ended up having a massive breakdown then. I ended up in hospital. His mother, which I'm not going to name any names or anything, but she was a brilliant, brilliant person. And I'm sorry for any hurt that I ever caused her with these videos, anything, and I mean that. Um, I ended up in hospital. She brought me to hospital. It was half him and half other reasons. I've never abused a substance as an alcohol or narcotic. And it really tore me up inside that I ended up there, that I felt so alone. I still kind of feel like the world is against me. Um, he never so much wanted to check whether I was okay, and he knew for a fact because his mother actually went in there with me to comfort me, basically, because she wanted me to be safe because I was in pieces. I was literally in pieces, and never contacted me, never wanted to see if I was okay. Anything got to do with him is basically if I didn't get better, I'm still not 100% better. That I basically would have been left there if it wasn't for his mother or my mother, or certain people from my side of the family. Um, Plus support from his brother really helped as well. Well, basically all through my childhood. Not just that, and I would just like to say that even though he might never speak to me again, but I really think what I'm doing is for the best of my mental health. And basically, I have done the job of a father and of supporting my mother and supporting my family, and I have given them everything. Everything I have is mine. Um, Believe me, I don't have much money. Um, I just want my health, trying to get back my health, and even if I get a physio or whatever. But as I say in my videos, as long as I keep that I'm telling the truth, which I am, and the information that I have is the truth, it's not slander in any way, shape, or form, or harassment. It's not. Um, so, like I said, my father can do what he wants, because do you know what, I don't have to put up with this anymore. And he knows what I've done. He knows what I've gone through, and do you know what? He has to admit it at some point. It's not my fault. And as I said, if there's people watching it that have an opinion, you haven't lived my life, you haven't been in my life. So I would ask everybody that does have a bad opinion about my situation to stay out of my business. But I would ask anybody that works with rybarrycreations.com, to ask him. Basically, he does have three 26-year-old sons that he has had no involvement with. He doesn't even know me, or my brothers, or my wheelchair bound brother, my other brother. And ask him basically, besides blaming my mother, um, on my fault, wasn't there for any operations or anything, and we went through serious operations, a lot of physio, a lot of pain. He wasn't there for any of it, and wasn't bothered. He's only kind of in his own interest. As I say, I don't care what he has. Um, I'm just not going to be made out to be a bad person when I'm the one that done everything good, and then I'm put down to the ground, and I'm forced to go to situations like this, to basically to vent, to get out my frustration of what he's put me through, and other people, because basically I batter my body. I batter my body at the same time, so I can actually walk. He doesn't understand how hard that is for me, how hard it is for my brother to be wheelchair bound, how hard it was for us to go through all that, for me to go through bullying, everything like that. Plus a breakdown on top of it, trying to keep myself mentally and physically fit at the same time, plus doing it day to day, it is exhausting. Plus being there for your family, whenever they needed you, and plus when you're down and you have no one, you have to keep going, you try to keep going, you push yourself, and that is my job. I do have ideas and I do have things in my head, and I will do things, but at the moment my job is my physical health, my mental health, and basically my family, my little brother, my 14-year-old brother, my dogs. That's my job. That's what I'm supposed to do, and basically with the way my knees and hips are, I can't do what I want to do at the moment, even though I would like to. But as I say, I'm trying my best, and I know I am, and I don't need to prove myself to anyone, because I've done far more than a lot of men done 50 years. But like I said, he's done a lot of things through our childhood, manipulation, and so has family, and made it very hard for my mother. And you know, they were doing it back and forth. Wasn't our fault, wasn't my fault, and they created a situation. And as I say, people that work with Michael Barry of rybarrycreations.com, just have a conversation with him, and actually why he treats his sons like strangers, and doesn't want to see if they're doing well, or give them a heads up, or go for lunch or see who they are. He just blames everyone. They tend to blame everyone but themselves, which he does, because you know what, I had an involvement with a child, as in looking after a child and helping with a child, and you know what, it was the best thing that ever happened to me. It was the most beautiful thing I was ever involved in. I wasn't, at the start I was I found it hard, found it difficult to kind of get used to having a child around me, um, but I do believe that certain person, that certain child, it was the best thing that happened to me, and I'll cherish the good memories I have. Um, but like, that's only an example now in a way, because I'm just saying, because if I had the chance my father had, if I had the chance he had, um, three little boys, a little girl, even try to do your best, I'd give anything, to be there for my own kids and support them, and my partner as well. Um, so as I said, I'm not going to stop. If the girls come to my door, if I get threatening letters, I'll have a solicitor in line very soon to keep track of any of this. but I will be contacting companies and other things. Basically, it's just to tell my story that I'm not a bad person. I will not be made out to be a bad person, and I haven't crossed the line. I've maintained the line. My father has crossed the line, and he has to admit that once and for all. And whatever else, and you know what? I'm sick and tired that I had to do his job. His family know. His family know I done his job, and he knows I done his job. At the end of the day, he made children. It was his job to look after them children. At the end of the day, couldn't go back. He made his bed. He lied in it, but you know what? It was passed on to me due to both. And I believe it ain't fair. Like a lot of things in life ain't fair. But as I said, I'll keep you noted. The guards get involved, solicitors get involved. Anything comes in a bad way towards me, as in threatening behaviour from himself, anyone that knows him, because it happened prior to this. But as I say, my father begged me to stop. The guards were involved. I was kind of harassed basically by my father, but at the end of the day, I believe I'm 100% right, and he knows I am too, and his family does. And I believe if I explain my story and everything to all the people in Dublin, Dunboyne, people that he works with, they will agree with me as well. So I'm looking forward to see where this goes, because I don't care how long the ride is. I'm gonna be going, keep going, as I do with everything in my life. This is Roy Michael Leahy, son of Roy Michael Barry, the Irish inventor. He also has a YouTube channel, as I do myself. Um, Probably why I'm into it. Probably got something from him. But basically, he'll class this as an invasion of privacy, as an invasion of basically his life, when he's done the exact same to me all my life. So as I say, you can email him, you can check out his page, and basically look, at the end of the day, I think life, more surrounded by material things, and they're great. They're brilliant, they're lovely. But as I say, once your sons grow up, once you watch them grow, once your kids grow up, once relationships with friends and everything progresses, it changes, and you realise as you get older, they're the most important things to look after. Which he didn't do that, and he doesn't think that. Like even like he says he has a company, and he'd be saying to my brother in a wheelchair that he's got a full team, that he wouldn't even want to give him a job, or give him, let's say, a way to, even a fake job, just to give him a bit of self respect. And like, I've tried to do those things for him and tried to help him, but I'm not his father, and I can only go so far, as I don't have much means. But it just seems to go on about this and that, and I'm going to get blamed for all this by his family, and he's going to blame me for this, and blame me that I don't get on with my life, and I don't do this, and I don't do that. But the matter of the fact is, the funny thing is, I have gone on with my life. I've gone on with his life. I've prevented myself from going into a wheelchair. I've helped my mother a lot. Other things, I've helped the wheelchair bound brother get clothes, runners, bedroom furniture, everything he needed. I have a little brother. I've been there, going down to his secondary school, going to his meeting to stop him from being bullied. Looked after my mother against neighbours, backed her up, done everything possible. Been there for my sister, but at the same time, they've been there for me. So as I said, I'm going to keep posting. Because I will not be made out to be a bad guy when I'm not. And I'm not saying my dad, he's not a bad person, as in a way he wouldn't harm a person physically. He wouldn't do anything like that. He's not that kind of person, as in physically. But he did send, like, I do have screenshots of messages he sent me, which were kind of looked violent, which I was kind of surprised. Which I don't know. So I have all the screenshots, all the messages, all the emails prior to this actual YouTube channel, the threatening ones. And I'm only putting that out there basically because he's basically saying the same thing about having my 40 videos from the last time, which I don't mind. You can have them, you can take this one. I can make personal ones from him, because I don't really mind, because it's not slander. All I'm telling is the truth. And if I'm saying the truth, it's my opinion, and if it's an opinion, I'm not doing slander, it's not harassment in any way. I'm not invading his privacy. Anyway, I'm not anywhere near Dunboyne or Dublin at the moment, or any of the businesses at the moment. Doesn't mean I'm going to be there, but doesn't mean I'm not going to be there. And I would say to a solicitor, if they're watching as well, you want to be very careful about what you send me, what you write, because I'm screenshotting everything, especially all the emails I've received already from my father, and basically the ones from the last couple of days, if he has sent any, and basically saying I'll be getting prosecuted, whatever. I invite you to do it to me. I invite you because I won't be opening any more emails. They're all going to be directed to my own solicitor, and basically to go through, because I apologised, and you know what, I take back my apology as well, because I actually believed him, and I'm sick and tired of believing him. But as I say, the following emails, every email from now on, and every message, every comment that I get will be directed to my solicitor as of Monday. So I won't be even looking at the emails I'm receiving at the moment. I won't be looking at them. They will be seen by my solicitor. He will be going through everything, because as I say, I'm not putting harassment. He has harassed me at the stage that he made me maybe start having a breakdown. That's how much he harassed me. So if I don't think that's worthy of going on YouTube and venting myself after going through counselling over him, and I have gone counselling over him, and that's on paper, that's on file, and what he's done to my mother and made her cry and made her upset. She was all alone, and as I say, I will be carrying on doing this, and as I say, people that are out there from the other side of my family, from both sides, that basically have an opinion about my life, stay out of my business. Because if there's any involvement by anyone else, any threats, anything like that, they will be screenshotted as well. I'll be either given to the guards if they're private, or they'll be given to my solicitor, and I will start legal proceedings on people that try and threaten me this time, because I got threatened the last time by unknown people on YouTube. That I've screenshots of those as well. That I was going to be beaten up, and I was going to be this, and the people are going to do that. So people, if you want to write things like that, you can write them, you can send them, but I won't be putting up with it. They will be given to the guards. Any information, any channel, any person that puts it, all the information will be given to the Gardaí. It'll be given to my solicitor, and that will be explored at the same time. So I will not be taking threats from what I've grown up with, what I've dealt with, and I don't have to answer to anybody about my life. I don't do any wrong to anyone. I try not to. I've done a lot more than a lot of 26-year-olds, and I've been through a lot, as everyone has. So look, I'm not saying that not everybody is going through things, that no one goes through things. Look, I'm just venting my point of view. I'm venting my life. I don't really care what goes on in other people's lives. That's their business. If anybody needs my help, I don't mind. I do it. And that just goes from a lot of people up in Dublin, people that work with my father and work with his partner. You know nothing about my upbringing. You know nothing about my life. You know nothing about what happened between me, my mother, my father, my brothers, and his partner. You don't know the background. You don't know the truth. You see from the outside. I see from the inside out. And if you think about it from that perspective, you'll get what I mean. People only see people. You don't know what goes on behind closed doors, and that goes for my home, that goes for your home, and that goes for my father's home. Basically, what he does privately. And I just wanted to explain that. As I said, his solicitor, he can keep all my videos. He can do what he wants, because everything I say is not slander. It's the truth, and I promise I'm not harassing. Because if he pushes me to the point, I'll show more proof, I'll show more information. That is the truth. That's basically on file, that's in the archives and things of that nature. And he knows what I'm on about, and I don't want to go to them lengths, but I have the information. Because as I say, all we wanted to be was his friend. He didn't want to be our friend. We had a bloody tough childhood, and that deserves a bit of recognition. And I would just like everyone to share, subscribe, and do your bit. And basically his channel is theirishinventor.com. He's on YouTube, Ryan Michael Barry. Website ryanbarrycreations.com. His partner, they're big involved in Mead Camogie. He lives in Dunboyne, Rotork County Mead. And look, I don't want anybody to do anything in a threatening behaviour, anything nasty. just in a way, basically, why would you do that to your own kids, and why would you actually pretend like we don't exist, like we don't matter? That's what I mean. And I thank everybody that is watching, that will watch, and people that are watching that are not in my life anymore. I hope you're okay, and I think those people know who I'm on about, and believe me, um, I'm getting on my own life, but I just hope you're okay and you're good, and that's just that little part now is just a bit of a separate matter. So this has been Ryan Michael Leahy. I will be daily posts basically. I'll be going through what I go through with my disability, and what my brother has gone through, my disabled brother, basically in theory, more in detail what my mother's gone through on a daily basis. And I'd appreciate everybody to watch and to share and to pass the word on. Just give me a bit of help. That's all I want, and I appreciate it. Thank you very much. This is Riley.